Hi, this is David again. This is a video I wanted to do on the primary. That's a word that the Mormon Church uses for young children. I think they start in around 3, toward train. They got to be right around 3. They're in nursery. And then they move at 4 or 5 into a primary. And primary is an indoctrination philosophy and an indoctrination organization to take little children and teach them the Mormon doctrine, policies, procedure, and basically the cult. Now, the way you do that with children is you start them before they even go to the nursery with the New Testimony glove. Okay, I don't know if Joseph Smith is the middle finger or Monson is, but I don't think it matters much because the testimony glove is basically for babes in arms and children that pretty much are too young for nursery or primary. So when the Mormon Church says it's not a cult, I don't know too many organizations, in fact I can't think of one, that takes the babies and indoctrinates them in instructional classes. Now, the way that Mormon Church does it, it has 2 things, maybe 3 things that children love. One is food. Man, you give a kid a cupcake if he has the answers. Joseph Smith is a prophet. Monson is a prophet. Here's a cupcake. Man, I have an undergraduate degree in child development. So I have a little bit of knowledge that works. That works with children. Go clean your room, I'll give you an M&M. Man, they're gone. They clean their room, they come back. It's, reward system, behavior modification. So the testimony glove is the beginning of indoctrination now, and then nursery, and then primary. So food is a big part of primary, and drink and a snack is always given, or generally given, not always, but mostly given, so the kids will behave and not jump around like kids do. The other rewards, of course, in primary is getting up in front of the primary group. They're training these kids to bear their testimony so they know this is the true church. I have a burning in my bosom. I know that Joseph Smith is a true prophet. I know that President Monson is a true prophet. I know that this is the only church on the face of the earth. Well, when you start a 4 or 5-year-old with their testimony glove, which teaches them that thing, and then you put them in primary and get them up on the podium, now they're not afraid. Most kids and adults are afraid to stand in front of people and speak. Well, these kids, by the time they're 4 or 5, they're used to standing up and they're used to bearing their testimony. And of course, if they can't remember, then the teacher whispers to them in their ear and then they speak over the microphone. So they're used to hearing their voices amplified, and then of course all of their peers positively love bomb them, and it's very in the child's mind, very positive experience to go to primary. And there they learn to understand the Mormon Church, and they're ready. I mean, you've got kids, my training says before kids are right about 8, their personalities are formed. 0 to 8, their personalities are there. You're going to chip off and add to a little bit, but their basic belief systems and their psychological pinnings are there by 8 years old. Well, cults know that. Cults know that, and they take advantage of that. Now, the real purpose of this particular video is my audience is getting younger and younger, and I don't know why, because I'm getting older and older. So I don't know why people are listening to me in Portugal. They can't even speak English, so I don't know. They liked Ponzi. Ponzi will make a cameo appearance. But anyway, I wanted to be honest and tell you the songs that they make the children sing. Now, the reason that the mainstream Christianity evangelists and others think the Mormon Church is a cult, 1, it is. 2, they don't sing songs about Jesus. Now and then you might hear a song about Jesus, but they sing songs about Brigham Young and Joseph Smith over and over and over, and they started in primary. And of course the Mormons are going, no, it's not true. This guy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. And well, let me just give you two here. I had three on, and Satan screwed my printer up, so I can't do it. All right, this is the songs they make the children in primary sing. I hope they call me on a mission. That's this is a 5-year-old. You know, we're down the road, 13, 12 years, okay? Here's the lyrics, just to give you a little taste of how cults train children. I hope they call me on a mission when I have grown a foot or two, maybe when they've grown about 4 feet. I hope then I will be ready. See, the problem is with the person. If they're not ready, they're in trouble with Jesus. They start that with a cult, that no matter what the cult is true, and it is perfect. But if you don't fit in, you're the oddball, and the problem is you. If the garments don't work, it's because you're not faithful. If fast offerings don't work, and tithing doesn't work, it's because you're a bad financial person. To teach and preach and work as missionaries do. I hope that I can share the gospel with those who want to know the truth. I want to be a missionary and serve and help the Lord while I'm in my youth. The accompaniment may be as a duet. Okay, so that song goes on and on. And this one here, this one, okay, I'm just going to tell you. Okay, now, this is praise to the man, not praise to Jesus, not praise to Christ, not the atonement, not grace, not thankfulness. And now, I'm an atheist. I'm only repeating what Christians and the Mormons will say. This is praise to the man. And the man ain't Jesus. Okay, here it is. Praise to the man who communed with Jehovah. Gee, I wonder where this is going. Blessed be, or blessed to open the last dispensation. Kings, kings shall exhort him, or extol him, and nations revere. In other words, this is Joseph Smith, and the whole world is going to bow down. The Mormons believe that they're going to take over the world. Yes, they're calling it a stone cut out of a mountain, which is the gold plates out of the supposed hill Cumorah, and it's going to roll down the hill and consume the whole earth. So that's what that's referring to. The gods and, everyone is going to bow to Joseph. Hail to the prophet, ascended to heaven, mingling with gods. There's your plural. That's why the Christians go, wait a minute, there's one God, but the Mormons are singing that there's many gods. He can plan for his brother, and that's me and you, I guess. Death cannot conquer the hero again. So he's praised by the Mormons as a hero. Praise to his memory. He died as a martyr. He burned the Nauvoo expositor to the ground, and many of the church members shot him. This wasn't a Missouri mob that went after Joseph Smith. They were LDS people painted up that had it with Joseph Smith. So they say he died as a martyr. Honored and blessed be his ever great name. Not Jesus, but Joseph. Long shall his blood, which was shed by assassins. Interesting. Blood of Jesus, blood on the cross. Oh, now Joseph has sacrificed his blood, and he was killed by assassins. He was killed by his own people. Pled unto heaven while the earth lauds his fame. Joseph Smith has no fame other than among 3 or 4 million Mormons. The rest don't even show up out of the 14. But, they're saying that the world is lauding his fame. Great is his glory and endless his priesthood. Ever and ever the keys he will hold. Faithful and true he will enter the kingdom, crowned in the midst of prophets of old. I guess he walks in with 30 wives, 10 of them belong to other men, and 2 of them are 14-year-olds. He's walking into heaven, so Jesus is going to welcome him. Sacrifice brings forth the blessings of heaven. Oh, you're tithing, your fast offering, and cleaning the chapels and the temples. There are your sacrifice, and they're going to bring blessings. Blessings to the 12 apostles and their salaries, and to Monson's Huntsman Learjet. The fuel cost $1,000 a minute in the air. Oh God. Okay. Or I'm sorry. I think it's $1,000 an hour. I don't know much about Learjets. Earth must atone for the blood of that man. Atonement, Jesus the atonement, the blood falling on the ground. Oh, Joseph is like Jesus. This is the words. I'm not making this up. You can look it up on the computer or get a songbook. Wake up the world for the conflict of justice. Polygamy, I guess. Millions shall know brother Joseph again. Now, there's a third one. Follow the prophet. Oh, God, that's the one my computer screwed up on. Please look that one up on the internet. And it's got like 19 verses of little kids chanting, follow the prophet. I don't sing much. And you can see why. So they take these three songs especially, but there's others. There's others in the Primary Children's book of songs. This is cult. This is cult. You don't take small children and sing them these kinds of songs and make them sing them and then stand up with the testimony glove and reinforce these songs. By the time these kids are 6, 7, or 8, they're in the Mormon church. And they are tainted for life. They are not going to be able to be deprogrammed. I'm telling you, I have a minor degree or a minor in child development. I know children. I have 14 children, and I know how children think and believe. And when you brainwash them at young ages like that, hate your father, we're divorced, he's a terrible man. The women do that, and the fathers, do the similar things. So be careful of children. Be careful of the Mormons. A little girl in kindergarten says, oh, can your little girl come and go to my church? Well, she's going to be singing cult Mormon songs. I hope they call me on a mission. Now, let me tell you something interesting. When I looked up on the internet what the Tabernacle Choir sings, oh, it's a little different than the verses here. The Tabernacle Choir has left out a verse. Oh my! Are they incompetent? They have no leadership? The oldest choir, perhaps, in the world. I don't know. I think it is. This is the verse that they leave out. Sacrifice brings forth the blessings of heaven. Earth must atone for the blood of that man. Wake up the world for the conflict of justice. Millions shall know brother Joseph again. Now, that's the whole song, but they left out that verse. Why? Why? Because they're trying to look like a Christian church? Because they want Mitt Romney to become the president? Now the stone has rolled out of the mountain, and now he has his hands on the nuclear button, and he's been trained to think like a Mormon. He's been a bishop. He's been a stake president. He went on a mission to France. This guy is ready to bring the Mormon cult into the front light of the world, and he can do it with executive orders. He can do it with Congress. He has the power. So I wanted to share with you these songs that the tiny, tiny children sing. We thank thee, O God, for a prophet. There's another one right there. Okay, they don't talk about Jesus. This is why the world, they don't understand. These are really ignorant people who are cult trained. They don't see. Their songs don't sing about Jesus. They don't talk about Jesus. They say they do, but look at what they do. Don't listen to what the Mormons say. Look at what the Mormons do. Look at, let me give them advertisement. Mormon.org, Mormon.org, Mormon.org. Oh, there. Now you can go and see the geeks, the fools, the young people, the impressionable people, the losers, the people in distress, and some of them you'll find are decent people now. Let the cult work on them for 10 or 15 years. That's when they become asshats. That's when they move up the leadership, and now they're getting money. They're getting paid for what they do, so they have a burning in their bosom, and their kids get to go to BYU for free. Oh, and their pension funds, oh, they're great, and oh, they sit on some of the committees, and the IRS is chasing them. There's all kinds of things going on with the Mormon Church. You're never going to see it written. The Mormon Church is the most secretive organization I've seen. They do not let this information come to you. You don't know do you know if you're investigating the church and you've got 3 kids and they're all under 5, this is what they're going to be singing. Do the missionaries tell you that? Oh no, milk before meat. The meat is evil, wicked cult. The milk is love bombing. Oh, Brother Smith, we'd love to have you come into the church. Here's a position for you. You're a janitor in real life, but now you wear a suit and you sit up on the stand and all of these people worship you and shake your hand and call you president. President of the elders quorum. President of the high priest quorum. President. They're never called a president when they're a janitor. This is for losers, people who can't matriculate to raising themselves, their incomes, in the society, so they raise it inside of a cult. So, you want your kids singing those songs? Be my guest. I don't want my kids singing those songs. I don't want my kids anywhere near this organization. They're wonderful kids, they're loving, they're kind, they follow Judeo-Christian kinds of principles. I'm an atheist. I don't push that on my kids. They're welcome to go to any church they want. If they want to go to the Mormon church, let them go to the Mormon church, if that's their decision. I believe in free agency. The Mormon church believes in a closed community and controlling your life, controlling your underwear, what you eat, and controlling your pocketbook. If you like that, good grief, call Mormon.org. Have the missionaries show up, and I'll guarantee you, they ain't going to tell you this. There's some of the meat. The meat you need to know before you join. Thank you.